Hi guys, how are you doing? Hope you all doing well. Um, Unfortunately, I've been sick for a while, close to a week and a half, but I am recovered. Not totally, but Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. So that's what's most important. I still have the opportunity to live life, to, you know, get to contribute to, the activities of this world. So I've been having this encounter with the number 1117, 1711, 711, and 117. And so I know definitely it's a go-go from my angels to throw more light on it. Basically what, during those instances that I had those numbers, and what was playing out in my head or playing out in my life, simply meant that we should understand others just the way they are, regardless of how bad we may think they are or how crazy we may think they are. We should understand and love them regardless. Understand and love them just the way they are. They are that way for a reason. They did not create themselves, and they did not wish to have what is playing out in their life play out that way. It was a series of, circumstances that probably made them, create their own world and life without realizing it. For example, I'm gonna give an analogy of two individuals, right? Let's take a rich kid and a poor kid. I don't want to say poor because poverty is relative. Everyone and what they classify to be poor. I mean, poverty in terms of finances. Let's put it like that. In terms of finances, right? So let's take a kid who has walked, barefoot most of their life. Out of the 30 days in the calendar, has only had food to eat the most would be 10, 11 days out of those 30 days. And the other days they either had to go ask for food from someone, maybe a neighbor, or their mother had to send them to go scavenge on dump sites for food and other essentials that can be used to cook, right? That's one side, right? That's one of the kids, right? Well, he or she has all the love they need from their parents, but the severity of their poverty is so much that he or she doesn't see how much efforts the parents are putting in, or he or she doesn't see how much love the parents are giving to him or her. To him or her, it's just for the fact that they only need food to eat. That's all they care about. To them, in their world, being loved means being provided for, be it food or material stuff, food and clothes and shoes and stuff like that. And then the second analogy where you have this kid who was born rich into a rich family, People will say, what, silver spoon in their mouth. Yeah, you know, went to the, what, private of all schools, and, you know, had everything they could financially, but emotionally and psychologically they were lacking, because their parents were too busy making that money, that the money was leading their parents away from the kids. You know, they are rich in finances, all right, but emotionally, psychologically, they are lacking. If you ask me, both kids are poor and rich at the same time. It's just in different aspects of life. You know, one is rich in love and you're lacking in finances. The other is rich in finances and lacking in love. You know, that's how life is. That's what makes it interesting. That's what brings the excitement. That's what pumps you. You know, it unfolds, and then you marvel. You're like, wow, okay, so I went through this and this, so I could be able to survive this and this later on in life. You know, at that moment when you're going through it, you don't appreciate it. You just like, you know, it's hard going through it. You're going through it, so you don't see that it's actually to enhance you, to make you better, to harden you in a good way. But you only get to realize that later on in life, when God unfolds the reason behind Him letting you go through what you went through. How beautiful is that? No, seriously, if I sit back and look back at some of the things I went through, and then later connecting the dots to why so and so happened, it's just so beautiful. Like, I can't believe it. Like, it feels like I'm in the movies or something. I've always had this craze for acting. I'll probably still act, maybe just get one hit movie in Bollywood. Actually, I don't know why. Well, Hollywood will be nice, but I just have this calling to go into Bollywood. So that's another thing on my bucket list. I'll leave that for another day, but yeah, you get what I mean. So people behave the way they behave because they don't mean to, at least not in that moment. You know, they only act and react. Okay, they act according to what they have seen and have been taught, and only react to the best of what they know. Okay, God, listen, if you see someone doing something that you don't like, be it a family member, a friend, or even a stranger, the previous me, I'm not like that anymore. The old me would have jumped in and tried to fix everything. You know, I used to try to fix everything, every single little teeny tiny thing in my life. You know, and it's only after going through some things in life that I realized that it was a bad thing, although it's a good thing, but it's bad to an extent. You know, they say what? Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Yeah, let's use that saying. Yeah, I mean, sugar is good, it tastes good, but if you eat too much, definitely it's gonna bother you, your health, you know. So 1117 or 1711 or 711 or 117 means understanding others, spreading love, loving them just the way they are, inner knowing, inner guidance, letting things be, just observing things and pondering over it, ponder over it, but don't judge it. Being non-judgmental. That's how God is to us. He doesn't judge us. He created us, gave us this beautiful gift of free will, and He sits over His throne and watches us to see how we are going to create our own lives. I'm sure we shock Him sometimes with our actions and inactions, but that's human, and He knows that. He created us human. So if someone is behaving in a way that you don't understand, yeah, it is tempting to try to fix them. It is tempting to try to make them a better person according to your judgment, but it's not up to you. It's not up to you. Just love them unconditionally and step aside and pray for them, wish them well in their own timing. Everyone has their own time, divine timing. In their own timing, they will see the light. They will see it. It's not up to you. If someone had told me this months ago, I'd be like, okay, what is she talking about? But yeah, it takes light to to be able to digest this. So hopefully we all get there soon. 7-Eleven means that God's creation is diverse. It's a variety. It's different. It's spicy. It's it's the differences that brings out the aroma, that garnishes the whole collective. When you make a salad in a bowl, you have all the greens, you have all the cherry tomatoes and avocados and your seeds and nuts, and yes, it is the variety that creates the sweet and all the little flavors blending in together. That is what makes you enjoy your salad. Exactly. We as human beings are like that. Okay, for example, right? If all the human beings on earth were, what example should I use? Okay, I'm black, so I'm gonna use black. If all the human beings on earth were black, as in color, should I add race? Okay, maybe race, because not every African is black in skin, as in, yeah, you know what I mean. But let me use black as in skin color, right? And everywhere you look, it was black. Within a month, you're gonna be bored, right? There's nothing different to look at, right? It will be the same black ass people eating the same black ass food, doing the same black ass things over and over and over and over again. Life will be plain boring. Exactly. It is in these differences that we find the drive, the zeal, the power to want to travel and know people, want to learn other languages, want to try different foods and mingle with different people, to learn different cultures and how things are done differently in other cultures. That's what makes life beautiful. So just as with our external differences, so is our internal, our character. somebody might be a gossip. Don't judge them. Probably growing up, they were amongst people, aunties and uncles, and probably father and mother, both being gossips, both, judging people. I remember growing up in an African family. There was this, one TV that everyone would sit around to watch. And when people came on, everyone made comments. People be like, oh, that's the Miss, I'll use my country for example. Oh, that's the newly crowned Miss Ghana. Oh, she's not even that cute. Why did she win? Oh, look at her nose. Oh, see her lips. Yeah, exactly. Perhaps the person, gossiping about you grew up in such a household, so definitely it's automatic they're gonna pick that up. But picking that up doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean it's right for them to judge you. But if they are truth seekers, that seek the truth, eventually they will drop that habit. They'll realize, oh, and they will drop it. Mother Universe will make sure of that, because Mother Universe is going to dish out exactly what you cooked and left it in the fridge. She going to dish it right back to you. So yeah, excuse me. In all, 7-11 or 11-17 or 17-11 means let people be who they are. Let them express themselves as they are. Let them be who you are. Let them be who they are. When God is ready to open their eyes, like your eyes is open now, they'll change. They'll put in the work themselves. You either, embrace their bad side and be with them if you can tolerate it, or just let them know you love them and step aside. And I'm not saying that you should be an enabler of bad habits and bad character and all that, but you shouldn't be a rescuer either. It's God's job. It's not your job. Your job is to, the most you can do is spread your message. Be like, yo, this and this you're doing is this and this and this. Maybe once or twice. If they don't listen, you do your part. Step aside. Let God take control. Let God take control. God will do his job. It's not your job to fix people. Sometimes it is in the dark moments of people's lives that they find the light. You have to go through pain and disappointments and betrayals and all the negativities and hunger and greed, and you have to have tried all those before you can appreciate something good when it comes along. If you haven't appreciated all those, if you haven't gone through all those negativities and you see something good, you're not gonna know it's good. You're still gonna think, oh, it's probably another regular, because you haven't experienced all these negativities. And you may have something good and be tempted to try doing other, try indulging the negativities, which will push the good thing away. But if you have been through all those negativities, been to the bottom pit and know what life there feels like, doesn't feel good, you will know when you meet the good thing that this is good, so I better not mess it up. You know what I mean? That's all, guys. My voice. Okay, bye. Thank you.